Hi everyone, welcome to Hypopressives with Alice. I'm Alice. Today we're going to be building on our weight series. So I'm using some light hand weights today. They're just 1 kilo each. If you don't have weights, don't worry, you can just follow along, no problem. Or if you've got any wrist weights or a couple of water bottles is perfect. But you want to keep the weight really light because it's just a complement really to the hypopressives we're doing. If you're a beginner, have a little look in the description and head over to our beginners playlist. So we're going to start off in standing. Feet hip distance apart, stretch your toes out and relax them. You're going to have your pelvis in neutral, nice soft knees, ribs are stacked over the pelvis. We're going to have the hands in first position here, shoulders nice and sort of central to the sides of you, tall through the top of the head, chin is back. Nice big breath in. Exhale and lengthen. Inhale. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And on this breath hold, you're just going to bring the right arm up to the top. Keep it just in your peripheral vision there. Hold that for as long as is comfortable. And then inhale. And exhale. Lovely, 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Left arm coming up. Nice and slowly. Keep your ribs directly over the pelvis there. You want to make sure you haven't tipped up. Keep the ribs nice and wide, and then inhale and exhale. Bring that arm down, and then we're going to come into a static asymmetrical arm position here. Inhale, exhale and lengthen. Breathing into the sides and into your back. And exhale. 1 more here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, really nice and tall, shoulders down, feel that spread between the shoulder blades at the back, and then inhale, exhale, switch the arms over, lovely, inhale, exhale, 1 more breath here, exhale, hold your breath, stretch your ribs, nice and tall. And then inhale when you're ready. So we're gonna have a little go at lunge position using the weights as well. So when you're ready, feet hip distance apart, hands in first position, eyes ahead. Inhale. On the exhale, step back with the right leg, knee above the ankle at the front, pelvis forwards. Inhale. On the exhale, just hinge forwards to find a line from the heel to the top of the head. 1 more breath here. Exhale, right arm comes up. So on the leg that's long, getting ready to hold your breath, pause. Stretch your ribs, lengthening through that pose there. Keep the shoulders down. Lovely, and then we're just going to stay here for 1 more set of the breathing. Inhale, exhale, breathing into the sides and into your back, and exhale, 1 more here, exhale, hold your breath, stretch your ribs, really nice and long. Super. Inhale when you're ready. We're going to come forwards into standing position. Same with the other side. Inhale. Exhale, step back with the left leg. Lovely. Inhale. Exhale, tipping. So you've got a line from the heel to the top of the head. Feet evenly weighted, pelvis forwards. 1 more breath here. Exhale, right arm comes up. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, hold that position there. Super. And then when you're ready, inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. And then inhale when you're ready. We're going to come into diver position with asymmetrical arms. So we'll have the right hand down in first position. Left arm is going to come up to the top. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Inhale. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And on this breath hold, we're going to switch the arms. Shoulders down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And again, we're going to switch over the arms. Feel that length through the top of your head there. And then we're going to lengthen the arms here. Inhale, coming into a bicep curl. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Stay really nice and long. And then we're going to do it the other way around. So we're going to start off with an inhale. Exhale. Curling. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, curling. One more inhale, lengthening. Exhale, curling. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Keep nice and long. Lengthen through the top of the head. And then inhale when you're ready. So we're going to come down into kneeling position. So you've got your toes tucked under at the back, knees and feet hip distance apart. Right hand is going to be in first position. Left hand's going to be up in third. We're going to just keep the balance neutral here. Inhale. Exhale and lengthen. Breathing into the sides and into your back. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And then during this breath hold, we're just going to switch over. So right arm up, left arm down. Nice and tall. And inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs and then switching over the arms. Lovely. And then again, we're just going to have a little get the bicep curl as well here. So inhale. On the exhale, curl. Inhale, arms are down. Exhale, curl. One more inhale, arms are down. Exhale, curl. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. I'm going to bring the arms down. You can keep them up if you want. Nice and tall. And then same again. So inhale. Exhale, curling up. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs, arms coming down. Keep the ribs nice and open. then inhale when you're ready. So if you just want to pop your weights just to one side, we're just going to come into the floor stretch. So we're going to have the right leg extended, left leg over, and then right hand, left hand nearest to your chin, and we're just going to bring the arms up into this top position here, pressing the hands away, dorsiflexing the ankles. Careful not to arch your back, so keep the back of the ribs on the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. And then we're going to switch over the hands, switch over the feet. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Keep nice and long. And then inhale. Exhale, switching over. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Nice and long through the pose. And then inhale. Exhale, switching over. And then just one more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And then we're just going to bring the arms down, bring the legs up, knees together, and we'll just rock from side to side there. Super. And then when you're ready, if you just want to slowly come over and come up. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.